Hello everyone, me Phone here, and I'm Son of Beast. As you all know, that the season of the NBA is officially done for the year. Now it's time to step into the postseason and get started for the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports. Who will be heading to the championship game of the conference, and in the NBA Finals? Find out once this game starts here in the first round. Let's get started on 2K Sports.
Hello guys, Test2 here. Welcome back to another game of the NBA playoffs of 2K Sports. Now for this one, after all game ones are finished, we now have one more game one to bring on. And it's Minnesota Timberwolves taking on against Denver Nuggets. For this part of the matchup, it's going to be a rough calls in between Denver of Colorado and Minnesota of this state. And it's just calling for land of 1,000. Well, it might be tough though that the Wolves might be having 1,000 of them in Minnesota, but I don't think so. It's not the one you're thinking about. But at that moment, you get that thing, you got it under control. So, as it being said, right now this next matchup is currently got to take on at Ball Arena. Here to start our lineups as we have currently see as followed. For Minnesota Timberwolves, we have as Mike Conley, then it's Anthony Edwards, Jaden McDaniels, Karl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. And on the other side is Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola the Joker of Jokic. Yep, that's what they all call him, the Joker. He's racing towards the MVP right in between Giannis and Joel Embiid, but he's still in front. Will Nikola Jokic climb in to take the top? Well, we'll see how this one goes, because it might be one of a kind to give to the best one in the league. Now it's time to send you over to Ball Arena to start the game. The commentary on this line is me, Phone, Silver Spoon, and OJ. Guys, all yours. See you later for the halftime and post-game show.
Introducing the starting lineups for Denver Nuggets. At guard, number 5, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. At power forward, number 50, Aaron Gordon. At forward, number 1, Michael Porter Jr. At point guard position, number 27, Jamal Murray. And in center, the Jokic, number 15, Nikola Jokic. Your head coach for the Denver Nuggets, Mike Malone. This is your starting lineup for Denver Nuggets. Greetings, folks, and we are here at Ball Arena for the part of a presentation of the NBA playoffs. Right now with me and OJ and Silver Spoon. On the sideline reporter we have is David Aldrich for the game. Here's Dave.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Of course, the NBA has had some legendary trash talk. But Damian Lillard says it's not really a verbal assault like it used to be. In this era, it's more gestures. From the watch your head to the too small, rock the baby, to Trae Young's theatrical bows, players have their ways of sending a message. Kevin?
And domestically, the message is all that happens. Thank you, David. Right now, the courtesy starting lineups are being as followed, as Jokic and Gobert are the key matchups in the center. All it does turn out for the Jokic or the Joker, how they really turned out
He was ready for the hustle making on Gobert. Oh, he's really excited. I was able to see what is going to be happening here for the first one.
Chris Finch is the head coach for the Minnesota Wolves, and right now they're about to do it now. This is going to be excellent. I think we're going to see what it is all about. Right now with the ball, and right at this moment, it's Conley with the ball. Here the matchups here. We're fueled up presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Edwards is covered up by Quintavious Cardwell-Pope. McDaniels on Porter Jr. And it's Gordon on Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Mike Conley on Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic on Rudy Gobert. A first foul has been called by McDaniels, called by Aaron Gordon. That's his first personal, their first team foul for Denver. Already on a bat on the break. I mean, what in the world do I have to go with that? That has to be one of them that needs to get this thing right on the board. Oh, I don't lie. First free throw set off target. Second free throw makes it in. He only made one, but that was the only beginning of the third turnout. Might need to do this one here for again. And may need to be out there for 1 KV at least. Porter Jr. outside, Jokic. Jokic swings to Jamal for the three. Three-pointer off the mark. Edwards has the ball, now back to the other transition. Edwards trying to reach his way in with a drive, and it's stopped by Jokic. Jokic just got his first rebound of the game. And Porter Jr. in the corner for three. Three-pointer off the mark, and it's missed out on the range. Not really so good out there. They have to fix it right for the dunk. They have to do it better to get right in the range and do it well as they can. Karl Anthony Towns makes the reverse layup. Right now he's got another bucket here to try to keep him up the run. Now Jokic swings to Aaron Gordon. Swings to Jokic, up to Murray. Murray over it again to Cardwell-Pope. Now swings back to Murray, and it's tipped away by Conley. On fast break for the three. Three-pointer off the mark. Mike Conley wasn't able to do one of his better plays. When this game turned out, after playing Utah Jazz, he now has made a contract over to go with the Timberwolves. After Rudy Gobert changed, he says, you know what? This team is turning downwards out there, and it may have been too hard to keep that one right from the deck. Hopefully by then, they will try to figure it out on their own. McDaniels on Porter Jr. Conley right back over to Edwards. Trying to swing to Towns. Over for two, no good for Cap. He's also renamed as the Cap, which is also, we got to pronounce it, Karl Anthony Towns. Well, the Cap, not really that kind of the Cap, but like this guy, I don't even think that was it. That was just all that did happen. May not be the right one, but well, might have to fix it all sooner or later. Might have to pray. There might be a change off. And a drive. What a play for Michael Porter Jr. A mobile one drive for the Denver. Here's Edwards on Cardwell-Pope. Gives it back to McDaniels. Right to Edwards. Sling it up with a rebound for Gordon. That's his first rebound here for tonight, and he is looking for his way to try to hit the deck for Eric Gordon to stop by. Yeah, it's definitely on its occasion. Maybe a one-timer can be enough for him to try to go with the proof of their ability. They might have another way. I hope they can do this one again. Michael Porter Jr. at the free throw line, shooting two after a foul called on Edwards.
He hits the first free throw. Something to say about Michael Porter Jr. When he was able to take his quote note, he was able to do his conscious on this game when he has ever played it before his matches came along. Oh yeah, this was definitely one of the occasionally of what Michael Porter Jr. has really keeping an eye on. The better of this guy, he was able to do one of his spreading the word. He wants to tell everybody what they have got. All because of him, he was able to do one of his best of his routine to give that one a run. And he was able to do what he does.
Especially if this is only the right timing to give it all on one of the best. McDaniels covered up by Porter Jr. Rudy Gobert to Conley. Murray in the wing. Towns with the screen. In the middle. Rebounded by Eric and Gordon. Here's Porter Jr. outside. Swings to Jokic. With the drive, step in. Two-pointer comes in for Nikola Jokic. He's got his first bucket of the game. First time out called by Minnesota with 2:34 left to go. They're all unhappy with the moment with the start for Jokic to the team. All counts down. Right now, as you talk about this one, Michael Lamar Porter Jr. He was definitely have played with Missouri, one of Missouri of the college team, and he was selected for the 14th overall draft pick for the 2018 NBA draft. Brentwood, it also has to determine out that because of this part of the player, it was his professional and career status still turned out to be all best. References is not really the thing that he was ever going for. He also really has to say that he was definitely one of his better players leaving out the transfer. And as for the new coach from Seattle, how does it really turn out for Michael Porter Jr. doing this for his career statistic run and give that one a run? Well, that team is really giving out a better run than the stride. I would say that if Michael Porter Jr. would ever keep it going out there, then he might be able to try to keep it on his own. Maybe in this occasion, he might have another way to try to lose it out from the building of it behind. Michael Porter Jr. is definitely doing one of his job to try to keep the range out of reach. Hopefully Michael Porter Jr. can try to keep the run into it and keep it going. New players are coming in for the Wolves and the Nuggets as 5 players are checked out and 5 players checked in. Najee, Bryant, Green, Brown, and Smith are checked in. Smith up at the two-pointer lane, no good on the two-pointer. Austin Rivers on the attack. Anderson carrying a 3. Three-pointer off the mark, and it's a rebounded save made. With 2 minutes going by in the first quarter, it's 8-3. They lead by 5. Green, Brown, Smith for 3. Cash in floater. He has his first 3-pointer of the night. Yeah, he'll have to be honest with that one with Smith. And his run can be one of the best ones in the game ever. Brown almost went tipped away. Now he sprints. Back to Anderson and Najee. Najee over up. Anderson misses the bucket. Najee has his first rebound of the game as Green has it. Bryant on back the other way. Finds over Smith. Smith trying to step it in, but Najee has it back. Trying to swing it to Brett Brown. Around the move, over to 2. What a great play for Bruce Brown. He's his first bucket. And down to a minute, he has 2. I like that Bruce Brown was able to make the cut drive. All because of him, he was able to do as much curricular routine and done right for the best. Timeout call by Minnesota with under a minute to go in the first period of the game. Now let's have a little backstory out of it. As Mike Conley was definitely ultimately keeping it right from the lineup. He was the 4th overall pick in the 2007 NBA draft. And his ultimate play to this one was coming out here from Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis Grizzlies after his first play was started with 12 seasons, and his most of it part of his career is this game before traded off to Utah Jazz in 2019. But now, after 2022 season, his team was going to trade it again to Timberwolves, just like how Rudy Gobert does. That's the same thing that really has turned out as all players are left behind. And yep, now the Jazz lost their franchise players and only Jordan Clarkson left. That's his only sixth man of the year left. And he was the only player that's still in the game right around the man advantage. They might have another way to keep it right for the players and go back to it again. And right now with his college plays, he played with Ohio State for part of the game in 2006 and 7. We're finishing the game. Their team definitely have that one here for this playing at this part of a career. Only reaching is turning out one of the better plays that he has. Oh, Reed with the dunk shot. Slam down. You can't just mess them up when you ever want to go for it. Here's Smith. Flings off to Brown. 45 seconds to play in the first period. Swings off to Najee. Najee swings. Lost the ball. It's Anderson as he waited too much time around. Austin Rivers really get it there. Rivers will scoop the drive. Here's Smith. Right now he has only 3. Smith brings the 3. 20 seconds left to play. Brown back over to Brant. With a drive, 2-pointer scores. As Brant has his first bucket. That's what you call it, Brant drive. They want for Thomas Brant to be on his lucky ride. 8 seconds to play in the first period. Reed on Brant. Back to Noel. And up with a shot. And off and in and out. That ends the first quarter. Minnesota trail by 8. We'll get the second quarter underway when we come back after the break. And we're just tuning in right for the second quarter of the game. A 15-7 run for the start of the Nuggets. Now they're really up to a great foot of a better drive. I have to prove them that they were really a better one to keep it out of the range site, that they are already been playing like on the legit. This part of the team keeps it on here from coming back in towards the game. And really, they definitely have it all, what they've done it for. Here's Jokic, as right now gives off to Michael Porter Jr. With the start of the second quarter, we are ready to get this thing going. Here's Murray outside, hasn't scored yet. Fade off shot, off the mark. Gordon back over to Murray. With a step back, 2-pointer good for Murray. They're here with the Denver starting group, all filled up and we're ready to go. Jokic is covered up by Rudy Gobert. And it's kindly on Jamal Murray. Michael Porter Jr. able to cover up here from Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Contavious Carvalho covered up by Anthony Edwards. And then it's Aaron Gordon here on McDaniels. And finally, we have it now. Another way to get these things right on the run for Murray and Conley. For David Aldridge, yes, definitely did report the head coach for Mike Malone. It was all it did turn out, but what his team was going to give encouragement. Mike Malone says, this is ours. They have our ball. We don't want to make that one a mess to make it completely ruined. But it was turned out, whatever we're going for, they have to get it done. Always because of this, it was very tricky to make that one the most of a ridiculous play that they have ever done. What they have to do is to get right into work. You have to show support. You gotta stay focused and you gotta stay in the game to go with the runoff. Karl Anthony Towns missed the 3. After a tremendous block by Mike Conley, here's Carvalho. Here's Murray for 3. Missed the 3-point opportunity range. Coming up with a win against Minnesota since February 7th, their field goal range was 68%. And 4% here for the bench point. Was really all it did turn. Right for the target line. I say this because of that when the Nuggets were able to make it clear All it does have to really stand out. Whenever you go with the math calculation to try to go with how many inbounding for the rebounding percentage, you might have to keep that bit up there. That's a lot of rebounding for the total games in between the regular season and the post-game season. Here's Conley, free for McDaniels. That's off target, and Gordon with the rebound. They're missing too many shots out there for the three-point line. They have to fix it up and do it again. Gordon swings back over to Michael Porter Jr. Jr. with the ball. Stands off to Murray. Around Conley, and count the bucket and one. Conley receives his foul, and Murray at the free throw line shooting one. Another team foul calls from Minnesota. Now the new change-up coming in for the Nuggets as Cardwell Pope is checked out. Checking in is Reggie Jackson.
Jamal Murray, shooting one.
And a free throw sent in for Murray. He's all really well out there. If this blue arrow comes in for Jamal Murray, that might be one of his only key nicknames to make that one more efficient. Rudy Gobert with one-hand dunk over on Jokic. Oh, you see that one. Then Rudy has to be out there just what he was going to do. Gordon swings over to Porter Jr. He finds himself over to Jackson. In for the baseline. That's off by Jackson as a rebound occurs for Aaron Gordon. Murray with the ball. Back to Jackson. Over Cat. Nice solid rebound here for Cat as he's got another rebound. Edwards to Conley. Conley on Jackson. Try to end the run. Edwards for three. Good three-point range. You're on the board. And right now, Conley picks up the assist. They're all over it. They have to do one of the better play. That motion's going to give them a hard time to try to hit the deck. Jokic swings over to Porter Jr. Give it back to Porter to Jokic. Over Gobert. Shot good for Jokic. That's his second bucket, and he's way on the run. All because of this one, Jokic is able to pick up his more drive on his run. An excellent mobile one drive for Jokic. Timeout called out by Minnesota with only 2:03 to go in the first half of the game. Right now, their extension run is up, and they are keeping it over by 8. They are ready to get this thing running and going. They have to do what they got to do. All but this run tends to be like Rocky on the flush. The NBA playoffs and 2K Sports is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call and get a free quote today at 1-800-STATE-FARM. Adidas. And by AT&T 5G. Loud, fast, reliable, and secure. We're doing really well this game, but coming up later will be the halftime show in the first half of the game. As for this one, as Test Tube will be standing by, here for the first half and a recap from Mile High over into the studio, right towards the back. As right at this moment, they will be seeing how they can do to keep right toward the game in. Here's Anderson with 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
2 minutes.
Noel on Jackson, Prince outside on Green. Prince finds Noel and drives sent in for Noel. That's Prince with the assist. All because of what Tyrese Prince was able to go with that one. You gotta look for an easy pass because at that moment, That gives him a good or better run with the options below. Here's Jackson. Trying to swing it across over to Green. Green with a drive. 2-pointer off the mark. Reed recovers his rebound, and right now here's Noel over Prince. 1 minute and 20 to go. Here's Noel. Finds Reed. Pass good as Noel picks up the assist. And Prince. And Reed has got his second bucket. Jackson finds Brent. Over Reed. 2-point score for Brent. That's his second bucket of the night. Oh, because of that, Brent was doing it. Not even with the Bulls, but now with the team. And that was all it did turn out. Another mobile one drive for Thomas Brent. Noel to Edwards. 50 seconds remaining in the first half of the period. Noel shot for 3. 3-pointer off the mark. Right now, Najee with the rebound. Flips over to Green. Green swings it off to Najee. Over to Green. Step back, finds Jackson. Over to Brown. Brown for the elbow. And it's off again. Holded by Tyrese Prince. Noel up for the 3. Missed again. Najee taking a rebound as they are already putting up too many 3-pointers in the free throw. And they need to get that one right back into it again. Oh, because of that one, it doesn't help. Brown to Brent. 5 seconds to go. Green will try to leave it off the mark, and they'll end the first half of the game. Denver Nuggets have their up 24 to 18. Please stand by for the halftime show as we got the third quarter coming up. But first, David Aldridge. Dave?
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish, and get the ball to where our play is going to be effective.
See if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
All right, David. Thank you very much. See you later. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello there, basketball fans. We're glad to have you back with you. Test tube, and right now, let's have your first half recap. Off with a good start for the Nuggets. For this one, Cardwell Pope and the team was given up at 2 points of a head. With that bucket of drive, they're really up to a challenging one. Let's have a look at the Nuggets. Their team was doing a lot of best thing that they can do to try to slack it down. But this point often really gives them up at one of the plays in the game. And now for Minnesota Timberwolves, they're really up to that one. They're trying to keep it alive, but they really need to keep that one going. We'll see how well they do with the second half. And that should do it. Third quarter about to begin. Made it there in just in time. See you later in the postgame.
Welcome back to Mile High City in Denver, Colorado. As right now we got this third quarter about to begin. Their team is looking pretty strong. They have a 24 to 18 lead over the Minnesota Wolves. Taking the regained up there. How does he really keep this thing right on the board? Because this has gone with a great team for the first seed of the game bracket. Well, may occasionally it would be a rightful way to make the choice though. But I may have a lot of opinion out there. But the Nuggets are doing really well to keep the offensive line, to keep it out of the way. And for the other team, they have it all down there like they've done it before. 2-pointer, no good from Jamal Murray. Courtesy of the lining of the field by Green, presented by Gatorade, all filled up and ready to go. Conley is covered up by Murray. That's McDaniels and Porter Jr. And Edwards on Cardwell Pope. Cat on Eric Gordon. And Nikola Jokic on Rudy Gobert. Murray on a drive. 2-pointer in the lane. And Jamal Murray keeps it going with the live pressure. Oh, Jamal Murray move. You have all to make that one more dope. That's a great mobile one drive for Jamal Murray of the Nuggets. Here's Edwards covered up by Cardwell Pope. Flings over to Gobert. Trying to watch it from here. Over Murray. Excellent D by Jamal Murray. he was assuming he was almost going to forget that he was going to keep Jokic back again. But with Jokic, he was saying, just keep the pressure on Gobert. He's never going to try to hit you down. He will never try to ankle break you. He finds over Jokic, over Gobert, and he's fouled. That goes on Rudy Gobert with his first personal on their first team foul called on Minnesota. Right now, Nikola Jokic is at the free throw line for another free throw percentage here for Denver Nuggets. With just 4:19 left to play in the third quarter, they're trying to keep it going right from here. First free throw sent in for Nikola Jokic. Now for Nikola Jokic, he was able to go with that one at great scores. And just about him, he was able to keep that one right from the line. And he has definitely did play for a 5-time NBA All-Star. And he's one of the named All-Star NBA team. Just about 4 occasions, and one with the best, most valuable player, which is MVP, that we knows that we're good. Back from the 2020 to 21 and 2021 to 22 season. But for now, we'll have to wait and see if he earns 3 times for the key MVP. Well, I mean to say, if he's ready, I think their team might be climbing back in there for another part of the win. 5 on the shot clock. Here's Edwards. Over to Carvel Pope. And he misses the bucket score layup. Carvel Pope back over to Gordon. Gives it to Jokic. Up for Gobert. 2-point score. Gobert didn't see what Jokic got there. And for Gordon with the assist. He's got 8 points in the game, and they're up the extension of the run. Excellent ones. They love Jokic. Keep it in for good. Down to the screen. McDaniels missed the first bucket in the second half. Carvel Pope, oh, the jam down, 2 hands. Carvel Pope really was spoken out, but that was going to be a very flip of the excellent drive-in. And that was an excellent dunk for Contagious Carvel Pope. He's elevating it up very fast. Jokic with the rebound. He's got number 7 in a row for Jokic. Porter for 2. Excellent stop. Right from the baseline, and it's Jokic with the assist. Next time out call by to Minnesota with 2:50 left to go. 34-18. They're doing one of the world, and they've done it great. Excellent on this one. Jokic and their team are really doing an excellent job. All they did was keep it up high. Really like trying to keep it over from the game. And right now, as we talked about Nikola Jokic, he was able to make this one as this one with this playing in this game. He was definitely one of this occasion, and it definitely represents the Serbian national team. I was definitely understanding of what the Serbian national team was really going to keep us over with. And that part of the game was really turned out on his best look at the plays. For this part of the game, he really might have to maintain another way to get over the back, and make him back. That's his nationality, although he would never play with the team in the NBA before his 2014 contract signing him for the Denver Nuggets in round 2, the 41st pick. And this one was a career history with a mega basket. And now his team is bringing things on to hit the deck and welcome him in the game. He was represented here in the Olympic Games for the 2016 Rio and the World Championship in the Dominican Republic. With that one, it was all it did happen to be one of the bad kind of Jokic, the Joker. Serbia team really does that. After playing the Olympics, really got a good place to keep the deck out of it. He also did play against the other team with Luka Doncic. I mean that's a part of the Euro League. In most cases, most nationality players have a lot of higher percentage out there and go with the flow. Others maintain their runs and try to hit the deck. Trying to move the rebound, and it's Reed taking back. Reed's got his second bucket of the night. And here comes Smith. He fights over Jokic. And the Brown, three-pointer off the range. Now with the wide open look. Good! The corner, no good. And wing, good. Oh, but that happened to be Nikola Jokic with an assist. All did turn out one of his best. Anderson, covered up by Cardwell Pope. Finds Conley over Smith. Off with the two. Floater, no good for Conley. Gordon picks up his sixth rebound of the night. And right now, with only 90 seconds, it's 39-20. Denver out front. Swings back to Brown. Over with the drive. It's rebounded up by Kyle Anderson. Going back all over again. I mean, this might be a very tough one to go with a better playing inbound. I don't know what to say, but it has been very tough to keep your eyes unsteady. Here's Brown, back to Cardwell Pope. Swings back over to Smith. For a two-pointer. Rebounded up by Cat. Here's Conley. Trying to survey the floor. Over with the shot, and two-pointer connects it in for Mike Conley. 11-point score, and 13 points was his average of the season against Denver. Only 4 games was showing, just like he was doing it before. Yeah, I might have to tell you that Jokic and the team was really picking their up a defensive run. All because of this, they're really tough. They're trying to regain group and go back to the offense on the run. Here's Reed. Trying to give up the run. It's hit. Brown with the steal. Cardwell Pope on Gordon. Fast break. Layup scores. Contagious Cardwell Pope with the assist. And Gordon has his second bucket. You call this one in. The better try on this one. The game was going to be a tough and crazy run for the Nuggets to pick up a win. They are definitely the top seed. That goes out of bounds. This one goes to Timberwolves ball in Minnesota. Now the new changes are coming in as both players checked out. Noel, Prince, and Anderson are checked in. Also new changes for the Minnesota to Denver as 3 players checked out. Jackson, Green, and Bryant are checked in. Outside is Prince, 5 seconds to shoot. Noel for 3. And no good. That ends the third quarter. 43-22. They're looking a way to make a win in the first game of the playoffs of the series. We'll catch you back right after this. And now it's time to present the assist of the game presented by State Farm. Now we're going to give that one a call for a moment, because I'm really glad that they's got a great pass to Murray after Porter Jr. and with a foul and 1 bucket. That gives him up here one of his best. He now has it all in the chain. It's the fourth quarter. I'm glad you have joined us here for tonight. And right now, Nuggets are ready to show off that they can definitely win for the game from the South. Let's start with you, OJ. How does Denver Nuggets really play that after they put up a struggle loss to hit the deck out of it? Well, they're really trying to keep it over for the game. But however, I wasn't able to see what was going on, because of this time was very tough and very hard to try to go back to back on the screen. It might be very hard though, but don't get me worried. Everything will be alright and okay. Here's Noel. Cling to Gobert. Dunk it down. And Gobert has that dunk right now with another assist for the Wolves. 5:15 left to play. Murray with the ball. Now gives it off to Porter Jr. By screen. With a 2. Rolls in and out. McDaniels with the ball. Only 5 minutes left to play in the fourth. And he's fouled, and bucket 1 for Anthony Edwards. Brown calls his first foul. And right now, new change-ups are coming in for the Minnesota Wolves. And right now, Prince and Noel are checked out. Conley and Towns are checked back in. Anthony Edwards at the free throw line shooting one, just trying to keep it right in the game. Bucket scores barely need to tame down, but they may be very hard to regain the groove. And a free throw sent in for Anthony Edwards.
They talk about him. Anthony Edwards was one of the better players that really had started his most career. After playing it, now he's ready for NBA action. Ready to take on his next gen to reach up the new height.
Murray with the drive. Good shot innings from Murray. And he's got 9 points. With that one, they have extended up here by 20.
Conley swings to Edwards.
He 6 it over to Towns. Up to Conley. And this calls for a personal foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first personal or second team foul. Now Jeff Green's checked out as the reporter is checked in. McDaniels swings to Gobert. Back to Towns. 4:20 left to play in the fourth quarter. Rebound and a miss. Back to Conley. Over Murray. Rebounded up here by Gordon. Another miss by Minnesota. They're doing too much out there. They're going to need to try to give over to one. McDaniels with a steal after a bad pass by Michael Porter Jr. Here's Daniels up at the shot, and rebounded up here was lost. Aaron Gordon receives his first and their first team foul for Denver. That will be under 4 minutes as Jaden McDaniels at the free throw line shooting 2.
That could be very, very difficult. They may have to try again to get over the line. They have to do it better.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw set in for McDaniels.
Now, if McDaniels was able to do that one on his own, he was able to talk to his coach, Chris Lynch. He was able to try to keep him up, but it was all he has to do is to keep it right into it in time, to give up the run and do the best as they can.
New substitution for Denver Nuggets comes in for Cardwell Pope. Here's Gordon with a dunk, slam it down. Aaron Gordon, a pass by Jokic.
Oh, man, I could definitely say that Aaron Gordon was the fast one. 6 points in the game. How can you feel it like you're in a jam?
Foul called on Jokic. That'll be their 14th foul for Denver. First personal on Jokic. Rudy Gobert at the free throw line shooting 2. And that pass was really that rejection out of it. Really have to keep that one focus out of it if they wanted to give that one a good run to try to end it. Another free throw percentage coming up for Minnesota with only 3:37 to go in the fourth period. First free throw sends in for Gobert. Now for the man of him, Gobert was the tallest guy here that was ever playing in center. He's really good for doing his projection of his shot, and also he maintained his way with a better playing than this game before.
Well, I have to say this, because of Rudy Gobert was really well on a passionate run. His ultimate rule, and keep it in like he's on legit. To keep that run in motion. This drive really turned to be like he was ever done it before, doing the best as he can.
Cardwell Pope sliding as Jokic with the rebound and follows the layup. In reverse. Jokic has got 12 points in the game. 3:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. 51-31. McDaniels on Porter Jr. Pass to Gobert over to Edwards. Try to leave it to Conley for 3. I'll never miss. missed by Minnesota. No three-pointers were made here for Conley as he was trying to pick it back up, and only 2 for the second half.
Well, that tempo was really that West. But not to say about them. They were really trying to focus it on his attention war. They really have a lot of spirit to try to go right back down the flow to keep an eye on the run on the center.
Here's Cardwell Pope covered up on Edwards. He finds Conley. Passes to Gobert. Spin move. Trying to make a run. McDaniels back outside. Just 3 to shoot. Over Gordon. Fighting the rebound is Porter Jr. He's got 30 rebounds to this game over on the Wolves. Porter looking it over. Fighting against Cardwell Pope. Only 2 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Murray for 3. Grabs his rebound. Cardwell Pope on a layup. Makes the try. And Cardwell Pope receives his 8 points of the game. That's his 4th bucket of the night.
All it does turn out that Contavious Cardwell Pope really have it all down on the hand. I have to say that Contavious Cardwell Pope got a great one to start.
In and out again for Carl Anthony Towns. Porter Jr. on Jokic. Back to Porter Jr. Back to Murray. Taking the 3. Rebounded up again by McDaniels. McDaniels on a fast break. Trying to give it off to Gobert. Now Edwards has the ball. And bad pass. Here comes Porter over to Aaron Gordon. Here's a dunk. Oh!
Oh! Aaron Gordon! How can you slam that one down? That's like a legit.
I say that Aaron Gordon was like elevating the process. Wow. Conley on Murray. Deflect the pass. That's so with Minnesota ball. Great pull-out pass for Jamal Murray. All right, now new changes as all 5 players checked out, all 5 players checked in. And same thing that goes with the Nuggets. All 5 players are checked out, and all 5 players are checked in. Jackson, Brandt, Nagy, Green, and Bryant are checked in. Now here's McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to make a spin move up and over earlier. Alexander Walker with a successful run after McLaughlin's assist. That was all that did happen. I haven't seen McLaughlin go right towards the line. Might he get that one a better secret bet? Ron finds Jackson. Green. Right over again to Brandt. Brandt back over to Jackson. Over Gobert. A scoop drive for Reggie Jackson. He's got his first bucket. And right now, with only 30 seconds, it's 59-33. McLaughlin finds Alexander Walker. Try to reach it from here. Finds McLaughlin. Finds Moore Jr. Tight in the corner, down to 5. And Moore Jr. takes this rebound and makes a drive in there. And so Jackson will bring the ball to the half court of the line. As this one comes to a win for Denver Nuggets, 59-35. And excellent with the extension of this game. It all has been out on standing run.
Yeah, it does. Out there like they never knew.
This is a great, fantastic play. We all loved it. The closing off we have is David Aldridge on the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Aaron, big night offensively. What is clicking for everyone right now?
Just moving the ball, man. That's a big part of our offense, making sure the ball doesn't stick and people making shots.
It was really flowing tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you very much. And that's going to wrap us today with me, B-Phone, Silver Spoon, and OJ. This has been a presentation of the NBA playoffs. The post game is on. We have test tubes standing by. Good night, everyone.
All right, Me-Phone, thank you so much. As for this part of the game, the Nuggets have their way to make the start of it go upward and maintain their possession run, as this one turned to be a 59-35 final score, as for the Wolves haven't played against the Denver Nuggets in the playoffs since many years ago. But this might have been turning out to be a very hard one, and it was picked up by again. But it may have been a hard one to try to keep a deck out of here. Here's how they did here with the total statistics runs, I should say. We have his 57% for the field goals for Denver Nuggets, 25%, then 86% for Minnesota, then 8, 38, 11, 16, 24, 7, and 27 for the Nuggets, all claimed. Only 4 steals for Minnesota and 1 for Mike Conley. That was the first one that he has ever done playing on defense. Then turnovers were even. Not really sure what they have. 3 team fouls for Minnesota and 5 for Denver Nuggets. Only 3 dunks were always performed by 2 teams. Nobody had a lead. Biggest lead was 26 for the Nuggets, and time of possession was 12-20 for Minnesota Timberwolves. So that will end here for the first game of the night. I hope everyone's enjoying it. And we'll stick around with Game 2, as we will have new groups here. Well, for the Knicks and Cavaliers, we'll get there soon. I promise you all. But when the time is right, we'll get this thing right ahead. Now, time for 3-star players of the game. As we have the first star. This one goes to Rudy Gobert. 8 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Only got 2 dunks out of it for him, and only 8 performance run. Just like that when he was going to be able to keep him up as well. He's doing really well. Keep an eye on him. Now for number 2. This one goes to Jamal Murray with 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal. And only did turn out to be 15 performance effort from his game. Really turned out a better player than ever. And for your number 1 star, this one all goes to the Joker, Nikola Jokic, the New Balance player of the game. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and did turn out one of his bestest. Could try to keep him over with again, and maybe on this occasion, might keep it going here for 20 minutes on the court. So that has to do for first end of the game 1 of each series. Right now, Nuggets have won. They're in the lead of the series over Timberwolves. And then, on the other hand, Celtics in the lead, 1-0 over Miami. And the other teams will try to do it again here, as we will get to see who will play against the same team and ready for the rematch in Game 2. We'll find out with the next game instant. So thank you for joining us here for the second game. I hope everyone's enjoying your day of the hot days outside. Drink water, drink responsible, and don't get overhydrated. Just keep it nice and thirsty and have one with a lot of cooling hydration. It's really turning to be a hottest weather here. That might be changing for the season. Almost could be summertime. Yeah, don't want that one to happen. Anyway, thanks for watching. TestTube is out of here, and peace out everyone for a while as the NBA playoffs on 2K Sports Style. Thank you, and have a great night. Be sure to subscribe to Son of Beast on his social media on Instagram and TikTok. Links are in the description below. If you don't, somebody will. Thank you, and bye-bye.
If you don't, somebody will.